show is not suitable for children, sensitive men, or insecure women. Can you trust somebody that doesn't take care of their kids?
I don't trust no man on earth that does not take care of their children.
What's the biggest red flag in a relationship?
Low effort and not being honest.
Most of the time, you would think that a bad financial mistake would be spending money on clothes or vacation or like spending money on women. My worst financial mistake was buying a home.
Like a king, give me my crown.
Game time. Game time. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Welcome back.
Yeah, favorite night of the week.
Facts. It's that time. It's that time, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tapping in the blackout. I was talking to Mike Rashid the other day. He like, yo.
With the mic.
He's like, yo, I fuck with blackout, man. Like, that's my shit. Like, blackout. So for people that aren't familiar, blackout is an opinion-based show. Myself and Ian. It's not financial advice, although we do provide good business information. But it's it's one of these things. So don't get offended by any of the content that you hear. This is just recreational.
Our opinions.
Facts. That's it. That's a fact. With that being said, we got a lot to cover this week. Friendly reminder, tomorrow at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time, Earn Your Leisure. We got a dope interview with Common. That'll be out. Shout out to Common. Shout out to the whole Chicago, South Side, West Side. That's one of my favorite places. Even though I didn't get them a high enough ranking in the food review. But
they're gonna tell you every time too. We'll
correct that. We'll correct that the next time around. Ian, anything that you would like to say before we start?
Yeah, if you want to get rich in 2025 and want to know what to invest in and what the best picks will be with the new president being in office in 2025, go to ianinvest.com. 90 different picks of where to get in is given, a weekly call. I used to say gym of the day, but I'm doing like 7 gyms of the day. So if I've made you money, please put yes in chat. But yeah, if you want to get rich from the market and want to have assets working for you and remove the liabilities, get your merch. Yes, go to ianinvest.com.
Okay, so there's a lot to talk about, man.
It's a lot. It's been a wild week, and we are needed in the world.
Facts. Wow, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, man.
We want to start.
I guess we got to start with this Papoose and Remy situation. Unfortunate situation. Just saw Remy Ma at the Locks concert. Shout out to her. And Papoose. Shout out to both of them. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack in this situation. Without, I don't like to get in people's relationships. So, I just felt like that was kind of crazy how it all played out on social media.
Yeah.
I'll say this. The first part of this, like, I don't like when people put stuff on social media. I understand emotions and all of that stuff, but like I said, I'm always going to go back to what Big said. Problems with my wife, don't discuss them. Like, if I'm going through something, nobody's going to know about it. And I just feel like that's better because I get why you would do it. It's a form of therapy. And, it's a way to vent. But the majority of followers, people that don't follow you, don't have your best interest in mind. So they're going to use your moment of vulnerability against you, right? So that's why I always say just keep things off of social media, because it's not going to help the situation. It's only going to make it worse. And I know that's easier said than done a lot of times, but I just don't think that that's, in business and relationships and anything, like going to social media and especially sharing, text messages and stuff like that. Like, I
that's
just
weird.
I don't see the value in doing that.
He was attacked though.
No, I'm not talking about him. I think she
in general,
just in general, because Remy actually shared the text messages, but I'm just saying because they both shared stuff on social media.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying Remy started it on social media, and then he followed up on social media.
Yeah. Take it off of them. Shout out to Remy Pap. I don't want no smoke with either one of y'all. Because Pap a gangster, and so is Remy. So I want no problems when I come to New York. But I do have a question. If it was another friend or me, right, in a situation, like, can you go too overboard with the love on social media and it can lead to this? Because he held her down. So, like, hypothetically, if I held somebody down for 5 years and I love my queen, and then she busts a move on me, is it wise? Like what point are you oversharing with the world? And if you're doing so, is it out of insecurity?
I think you definitely. That's why I don't share nothing on social media. Like, I don't feel it's only going to lead to negative. It's only going to be negative because you might break up, and then you got to go through that unpacking the situation, and people asking you 1,000,001 questions and all that stuff. Or B, you know, you love bomb to the point where it now it looks crazy.
It's like a stick. Yeah.
It looks crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So nah, don't share nothing on social media. That's my thing. Like, why are we sharing it for other people, or are we sharing it for ourselves?
It could be for business too, though.
Relationship business.
A lot of people are in relationships sharing the I love my boo.
You could share. I mean, like I said, you could share here. This is my girl, but I'm just talking about like the overly every single thing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That we do. Like, you know,
ultra love, we're so perfect. Yeah. And fellas, I know y'all get on this is a financial topic. You gotta make more than your queen. I don't care what they say. I don't care how much they support you and they believe in you. When them tax returns come back, your shit gotta be and hers, because at some point, and go ahead.
Well, you gotta establish law and order early, right?
Facts.
Like, you got that's another thing too. And shout
day one, right?
I got the West Coast shirt on, Suge Red, but shout out to Kendrick on Dodger Blue when he was like, just know if you took the scenic route, if you stood by me, stupid. Like, you gotta establish law and order early,
day one,
and understand that sometimes you gotta nip shit in the butt early or end it completely, because it's like
you can't let the inmates run asylum.
This shared power thing is not doesn't work. It's not working.
Yeah. And you end up getting disrespected on a greater level later in life anyway. To old boy who posted the little shit by the Christmas tree, move like a man. Move honorably. Like, if you go,
what happened with the Christmas tree?
He posted some shit with him and Rem under the crib.
No, Papoose posted that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Papoose posted that and was like, "Yo, this is where she was. This is where she was last Christmas while I was with our daughter." Oh, so I don't know how Papoose got that picture. Maybe she sent it to him, but
that Easy played into it, a little bit. But if you're gonna snatch somebody queen, at least move honorably after. Don't be messy on the internet. You gotta have some decor. Like, even in the fuckery, if you're gonna snatch something and take her away, move honorably and like a king after. Don't be messy with him. Like, that's why he, you know what I mean?
But that's why you can't go overboard either. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't end well.
No, I learned. Nope. Sorry. Yeah. I'm out, the occasional posts and all that shit. But if I'm posting you and all that too, I need you to sign them rights too. So that's whatever influencer check you get, 28% in perpetuity. Sorry.
Well, all right. So before we go into the next topic, we'll give you guys a reminder. 24 hours left. We talked about this on Market Mondays. This is the last push that we're doing for our book that is coming out January 14th. You Deserve to Be Rich. This is the first book myself and Troy have authored, and kind of goes over the whole roadmap that we followed to get from where we started to where we are now, and all of the information. So last month, we did a promo where if you got the pre-order for free, you got Troy's stock option bootcamp. So there was a part 2 that we had designed for this all along. Now, the new incentive that we've been running since Monday is that if you pre-order the book, and like I said, there's 24 hours left. If you pre-order the book, you will get Troy's formula for how he uses artificial intelligence to find stocks and stock options, and how he uses stock charts for his trades. You know, he made a lot of money. The trades, we talk about this on Market Monday. So you'll get that video. It's about 40 minutes. You'll get that video for free. So what you have to do is you go to youdeservetoberich.book.com, youdeservetoberich.book.com, and you order the book from any place. It has to be a physical copy, not an audio book or an ebook. You go to any Amazon or any place that you want to go to, Barnes and Noble. After you order it from, let's say, Barnes and Noble, you'll get a transaction number. Go back to the homepage of youdeservetoberich.com. There's on the homepage, enter the transaction number, enter your email address, and you will grant access. You will be granted access to the video. So that's a free bonus promotion. The book is already worth way more than what it costs, but this is an added bonus. We're pushing hard for the New York Times bestsellers list. So we need everybody's support. And we're also going on tour. We're going on a book tour starting the first day that the book comes out. We're hitting 5 cities: New York, New Orleans, Atlanta, Houston, and DC. So you can buy tickets to that. The price is $35, and that price of the ticket gives you a book when you get there. So you can go to youdeservetoberich.book.com also for that. And all the information is on the site. Unrelated topic, but how do you tell your friend that he's dating a bird?
Yeah, pull him to the side, yo. But you know, I've been through this before. I won't say his name because people gonna know. But one of my friends was dating a Korean, and he was in love. And I pulled him to the side, and we actually fell out from being friends over it.
That's what I was gonna say. As far as like, ask me that question.
How do you tell your friend that the girl he dating is unscrupulous, a lady of the night?
You don't. I'm at the point now where I don't care. I don't care.
There's some mitigation.
I don't care, man. Do what you want because you already know. Deep down, you know.
Some dudes don't know.
Deep down, you kind of know. You've accepted it. You've rationalized because you see shit. You've heard. You've accepted. You rationalize shit. I'm not telling. I'm at the point now in my life. You like it, I love it. I'm not telling nobody that you dating a bird. I'm not telling nobody that you doing something like.
What if he moved from Ohio, or I'm from Indiana, so Indiana, found him some up top, cool. He thinks she's a queen, but back in the day,
you like it, I love it. I'm not doing no Carfax. I'm not, because like you said, only thing that's going to matter, he's still going to stay with her. He going to tell her, wait, this is what's going to happen. He's going to tell her, yo, Rashad was talking shit about you, said that, Then she's going,
used to be in carbon, giving top late night to,
and then one or two things ends up happening. Either our relationship is over, or we still have a relationship, but now it's just awkward because, you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. That's my 2025 shit. I don't care. I don't care. You know the IDC. Shit, like, I don't care. Fuck it. Yeah. Get money. If you want to date a prostitute, go ahead. Be my guest.
What if your homeboy don't know Tiana Trump is who she is? She cleaned up her image and shot it. What you think? You're gonna be like,
do your research. That's up to you. Do your own research. There's a Carfax.
You gotta put the girl name in it, like how they do us. Put them in a Google.
Hire a private investigator.
That's a great investment. You gotta go see the past.
Or don't go public. That's the thing too, because as long as you don't go public, it don't matter, right? If she's not your girl, you're not going public with her. It really only matters when she becomes somebody that's important to you. When you start going public, when you get married, when you start to have kids, that's when it matters.
Other than that, very crazy.
Other than that,
that's Jurassic Park. What? Hey, it's tough. Fellas, you must do your research. This is still a financial topic because disaster could happen. You can lose half in divorce. You can lose a lot in child support. Your brand can be affected. Deals will not go through as a result of who you associated with. Please be careful. It'll fuck up your peace. It'll fuck up your productivity. You have to be very mindful. You think Papoose should have knocked him out like how he did, or you think he should have left it alone?
Well, you never attack a man that's knocking your girl out.
I agree with that 1,000%.
That's old school rules because it's not your man. If that's your man, that's your family, your brother. That's one thing.
That's different.
If it's just
somebody you're not cool with,
if it's just a regular civilian, he don't owe you. He doesn't owe you that courtesy.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah. So I don't think the violence is the right way to go because at the end of the day, why are you with her? Why are you still with her after that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I always say people be like, "Oh, you caveman." There's a no tolerance cheating policy. I don't believe that you can't take a woman back after she cheated on you. That's being an idiot.
That's law.
Like, why are you even still sleeping next to her or around her or anything like that? Like, once you cheat on me, pack your shit and you're
go home.
It's over.
Thank you.
I'm not going to crash out and attack somebody and then try to get back together and then go to couples counseling to figure out what I did wrong in this situation. I don't care what I did wrong. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because it's over. Like, it's over. Once you start to accept nut shit, you become a nut.
Big facts.
When a man allows a woman to cheat on him and he accepts that or takes her back, or
they're gonna have a field day. She might not even want to go crazy like that, but now you ain't going nowhere, so I gotta have your back together too.
And you've opened the floodgates. Once you open the floodgates, you can't stop it.
Yeah, it's tough, fellas. I know some of y'all going through the holidays. Hey, hit that email and see if you return them gifts if she's been cheating.
If you're gonna break up, do it now.
It's kind of, man, we're a few days off from Christmas. That's kind of crazy, right? They should have been did that right after Thanksgiving.
Is it too late? I feel like most people have not gotten their Christmas gifts yet. Last minute rush.
Last minute shop. Yeah.
The malls is crazy.
As hell. Is it inappropriate to break up with somebody via text?
No.
Why people say that?
Social norms. Nothing is inappropriate. It's not inappropriate to not break up with somebody. Because it takes two to tango. Because it's like, if you don't hear from me, why didn't you call me?
Oh my God.
Right?
Wait, hold on. I got a cough, so I'm my head congestion. Pause. Wait, what? If you didn't hear from me, why didn't you call me?
Right. Correct.
But
right? It takes two.
Wow.
It takes two to ghost.
Yeah. Oh, fellas. I know a bunch of them hitting you right now talking about I miss you, and I wish I still had you in my life. They don't give a fuck about you. Christmas is dry outside, and some of them found out they not really what they thought they was outside, and they try to do double back. Spin your ass right up out that door. Cool.
And the market value has dropped drastically. We talk about
dramatically.
It's at least a 40% drop on good dudes in the marketplace. So, ladies, it's going to become increasingly hard for you to replace. This ain't going to be like an easy replacement. If you're with a good dude and that ends, it's almost impossible.
There's wolves and hyenas outside. Ice walkers.
It's not going to happen.
Snipers.
I promise you it's not going to happen.
Dudes don't even want to be in a relationship no more. Period. Well, one, give me a loaf of bread. What? No, it's tough. I'm not gonna hold you, fellas. Say you got a good girl. You better quit if you get caught up in them DMs and that shit end up, you know what I mean, in that group chat.
The group chat.
Hey, be careful. Be careful.
Be mindful.
Yeah.
Be mindful. Let's talk about this. There's a lot of that's been flying around New Jersey. So, hey, let's play this clip first of the kind of explains the situation if you're not familiar with it. Let's play the clip.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion. So I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that that thing was headed towards the United States. So with this gentleman that I had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm, our drones, the only reason why they would be flying and flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground. That's it. There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night.
All right. So that's interesting that, it's just wild shit that's been happening. But then as of a couple of days ago, Donald Trump actually spoke about it. So this is interesting because he's about to become the next president. So let's hear what he had to say.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports? It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people. And they should, because the people are really, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you
Want to
shoot
know
them
the
down?
truth?
What?
They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have you been
Do you have any reason to think they're?
Right, there you have it. So, one of these things, man, when Trump is right, he's right. And he's 100% right about this one. The government knows because they're not just little like Amazon. They said these things are the size of SUVs. Man, like somebody's driving it. Like this is the size of an SUV in the sky. So it's been happening for about a couple of weeks now in Jersey. And why the hell is it just in Jersey?
I think they may get shot down if they fly over New York. I'm not an expert, but I will look at the regulations in the air to see if you have a little bit more leeway in Jersey than you do New York City.
So what do you think it is?
We want to get the lights turned on or no? A couple of things. I will say, I think they're trying to find something. I'll say that they're trying to actively find something. I think there's something that may happen in the next 2 years that we have to be aware about. And I find it interesting at the same time it came out that that man-made thing in Wuhan got proven to not be organically grown, that all this drone information and shit started to come out to buzz away the noise. And now y'all want to talk about UAPs and alien shit like crazy, but the lab over there, what happened to the... Okay. I remember when Blueprint got leaked. Okay, cool. This is the leak we really need to be talking about. So it may be a distraction, but I think those drones are searching for something. And then people's like, it's China. It's no. Like, this is not the time to go to war. I think everyone is tired of war at this point. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't have any explanation. I know Trump was saying that was actually close to like his golf course or his situation that he has in Jersey. But I feel like there's no way that the government doesn't know what this is. And as they say nowadays, they playing in our face by saying, like, by not talking about this, because there's 100% chance that the government is responsible for this or knows exactly what this is. It's impossible not to. It's impossible unless it really is an alien and we just haven't decoded that matrix yet. But the government will probably even know that. So most likely it's some form of government testing. And yeah, it definitely could be. It definitely could be a distraction. It definitely could be a way to kind of test some certain things out. Take aerial surveillance, kind of like, experiment over populated areas as a future rollout for potentially this. I don't put that past that situation.
Monitoring. Yep.
And you start to do things. Maybe this happens in Jersey, then it happens in Vegas, then it happens and then before you so now you do it in phases. So at some point in time in the future, when you just have drones all the time, right? Is that for crime prevention? Is that for monetization of civilians? I have no idea, but I definitely think that the government's responsible for it. And by them not actually saying it, like, I mean, you think people's just going to see drones and just not even thinking about it?
Is the government responsible to tell the people what's going on if they don't own those airways?
If who doesn't own the airways?
If the people don't own the airways.
Yeah, I think so, because I feel like it's still part of America and it's over the skies. So it's like, it's, and like I said, just from I don't know. I just feel.
When has the government ever told us something? Listen, Rissa Islam got canceled and Kyrie's career almost got ended over telling the truth. The truth has a cost. As much as people may criticize us doing the show sometimes, if you listen, you can hear the gems inside of it. But the truth does have a cost if you're on the wrong side of telling the truth.
That's a fact. Big
cost. Alex Jones, whole business got snatched over a lie he told. And he pissed off some people. Everyone who was anti-pharma paid a price. So this is above my pay grade for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get more monitoring. And if it was aliens, they would have came out the ocean and fucking grabbed them with drones and had them for a snack and went back in and called it a day. So I think if the alien attack really happens, we wouldn't know what to do. But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist that just sits on YouTube,
So do you think that it's just going to go away?
No, they'll move it to Idaho or Montana or Iowa, wherever Caitlin Clark from. Then if they start to put on like a spectacle, government put on some Christmas lights with some music, people won't give a fuck. Drop some little coupons out the air and some money or something, like Mr. Beast did. You'll be good. People don't care. If the Bitcoiners don't care about the banks taking over crypto, people won't care about private. Privacy's been dead. Give them back to the bread and cookies.
I don't think it'll be an issue if you just tell people what it was. Like if they said, okay, we're flying drones over because we're testing new surveillance systems that we want to keep tabs on different neighborhoods through surveillance. People, there would be some pushback for sure, but I mean, you got to kind of just accept it. I think the issue is that people are just seeing SUVs in the sky and just not knowing what the fuck is going on.
Government, tell them you're monitoring the migrants that are coming in.
And then I heard Pete
Buttigieg.
Yeah, I heard him on the Breakfast Club. They asked him about it, and he just he didn't even answer the question at all. He just started talking some nonsense. So, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
People want to stay alive, and it's not up to us to tell all the government. This is blackout, not get put in the grave. Pete did the right thing. It'll come out eventually. Give it a couple years. It'll definitely come out. But this won't be the last drone sighting. Probably LA will be next, because I would do the coast first and then work inward. So, yeah. Be mindful.
Speaking of that, what are your thoughts on how the media is covering this Luigi situation, the guy who allegedly is the shooter of the United Health CEO?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's kind of been it's interesting to see this play out. I mean, first the sales of the jacket that he was wearing spiked like 300%.
Crazy.
Then there was like some online dating thing where women was trying to like say like, yo, they was interested in him, whatever. Then he became like a cult hero to some people.
Yeah.
It's like a whole Free Luigi thing that formed like a Free Luigi hashtag. Then he gets like one of the most high powered attorneys to represent him, who used to be in the prosecution's office in the district that he's actually facing prosecution in. And you know, the media coverage is, I haven't seen anybody really call him like, you know, everybody's just been saying like, you know, vigilante and you know, I don't know. It's been an interesting way. They covered it from a standpoint of what he wrote on the bullets and his spinal injury that happened and his manifesto. What do you think about the media coverage of Luigi?
I hate to bring race into it, but I'm black. If Quando Rondo did this to fucking Jensen of NVIDIA or the same United Healthcare CEO, there would be no romanticizing over this death. I don't know, and I don't know if he was the one that actually did it. Because hypothetically, if I go to New York with the hammer and silencer on me like I'm on Hitman, and I find a CEO and I get him and I get off on the city bike and I go to Central Park, I'm not taking my ass to McDonald's and sit to be identified a week later. But you got to catch somebody, so I get it. I think they romanticized him, and I think what a lot of people feel is a lot of companies have done bullshit to people and have gotten away, and they want justice. This isn't the way it should be done. Because even that healthcare CEO, he didn't write the algorithm. I said that on Market Mondays when it happened. Like, he didn't write the AI algorithm that denied people. I'm not taking blame away from him as being the chief executive. He should have made some changes, but never have I seen a black person, or had this been a Latin person that did it after the migrant issue, or had this been the early 2000s and there was a Arab American that did this shit, there would be no romanticizing about how attractive the killer is. It would have been a witch hunt. Everybody who looked like Quando Rondo or Vaughn or Dirk would have been killed in the fucking 10-mile radius. I think it's disgusting the way the media is covering this. But what do you think?
I agree. I feel like, I mean, you know, it's politics as usual as far as how that's always happens, though, right? Like, you know, and even on the victim side, I'll take it a step further. When the victim, like when George Floyd got killed, they went immediately to, oh, he had drugs in his system and he's a felon and da-da-da-da. Like, he's a victim in this. Trayvon Martin, oh, he was wearing a hoodie and da-da-da-da. Oh, he stole some. And Mike Brown, he stole chips from the convenience store. So not even that, the fact that they wouldn't romanticize somebody who is a criminal, they already tear down the victim.
Yeah.
If you black. So I mean, it definitely speaks to you know, that it says a lot about the times that we in and the privilege that certain people have, but for sure. And, you know, definitely wouldn't have been romanticized in this man. There's some people going to say, well, that's because he went against power structure and he killed somebody that was, you know, a CEO of a healthcare company and da-da-da-da. I mean, there's been plenty of black people that have went against power structure and done different things, and they didn't get.
They were not romanticized.
They didn't get romanticized, so that has nothing to do with it, right?
You think he did it? The guy they have in custody?
I mean, I think so, because even when, like, you know, just watching his mannerisms, I just think that he probably a little mentally ill, because I don't think he cared too much. Like, you know, as far as even before, I guess he went into some store, started flirting with the girl, like, you know. And then, like, to just go to McDonald's, like, to be on a run and to eat at McDonald's.
Does that make sense?
If you just checked out. It don't make sense if you're trying to really scramble for your life. But if you want something like, hey, fuck it, I don't care.
So he stayed out the way of the camera. He had a Pooh Shiesty on, fly-ass jacket. You rich. You went to all these good schools. Your parents rich. You fucking 3D printed. With the 3D printer is not cheap. You kill a CEO, you get away in New York, in morning traffic for a week, and you go get a fucking McChicken?
They said the McChicken's good. They've heard the McChicken is good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
To die for.
For real. And when they took him into custody, he had his V for vigilante. How would not do? Shut up. Take your ass in there before we fuck you up. Hey, he was trying to get them words out though to let you know, hey, it's not me. But kudos to the.
Well, what's interesting is that the lawyer. That's the interesting part, because it's like, why would she take this case? She's a high-profile lawyer, so is she taking this because she just wants clout? Because it's a very easy case. If he did it, it's not even a case other than mental illness. That's the only case that you can make is mental illness. You can't say like if it's him on camera, you can't say he didn't. Like it's on camera. They have it on camera, right? So I'll be interested to see what this defense is. Is it a mental illness defense? Is it a defense just for clout? Or is she trying to say like he didn't do it and it's part of a bigger situation and he's the fall guy, or he was forced to do something that he didn't want to do? I don't know. But
or if he doesn't get life or doesn't get 20 years, it'll make her profile even bigger.
I don't know how you shoot somebody in broad daylight and not get 50 years. I don't know how that works in the back.
Your eyebrows adjust in 1 week or no? I know some of y'all be jade rolling your face. And
so you saying so you don't think that is him?
I don't think a person. You're from New York. I jaywalked 2 years ago and got a little ticket. He got away, and they couldn't find him. Oh, they looked up city data. It took some damn kid who built on Ethereum to find out what path he took, but they couldn't find him. And all of a sudden, you know that you're on the run, and you have a manifesto and the fucking gun in your bag at McDonald's getting some wings. What? That makes no sense. You're rich. I don't know the rich people to be eating at McDonald's.
So you think?
And the girl you flirted with, it's like, and then. The girl who called the shit in, they didn't even want to pay her. It took public outcry and outrage to even say they're going to give her part of the money for calling in. It's just very interesting to say the least. I think this was a great job for the police and community to catch the killer and get him off the streets. It's called Blackout No Lights Out. But the eyebrows, interesting.
So his eyebrows changed. His eyebrows changed
in a week. Now I done seen some girls go away and get their body reconfigured, but it take a little time in the recovery house before they look back to normal. You know. But what do I know? But I know if it was UI who did that, that would be they were so adorable and did so much for the community and fan pages and shit. No merch will be out.
That's a fact.
At all.
That is a fact. What?
Yeah.
That's America. That's also America.
And Blanco privilege.
That's a fact. Travis Hunter. No,
talk about it.
Almost congratulations. And I really hate to have this conversation because he's a legend. He's actually a legend, and he's young too, right? But it's become such a big topic as far as the girl, and I do feel like at this point it is unfair. I'll say that because I feel like they're looking the scrutiny is on because you got to think, she's probably like 22 years old, something like that. So, and I don't know, I think they're from like a town in Georgia outside of Atlanta, like they're like country, right?
He is. They say she been outside for a little minute, but I won't cast any aspersions.
So I look at it like it's difficult. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to look at it from a humanitarian standpoint. Like it's tough when you got millions of people, looking at you, but also picking you apart. Every single thing that you do, they look into for you something to do, and people can that's a lot of pressure to be under. And there's really no way to prepare for that, right? Like you can't go to school to train to be in the spotlight you got to just experience that when it happens. And
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people turn to drugs and coping mechanisms, because they didn't sign up for that, right? They wanted to be a great musician. They wanted to be a great athlete, but they didn't want to be, famous to the point where they can't even walk outside the house. So I say that to say, I think that she might be misfairly treated in this situation some of the time, some of the things that she's doing. What's your opinion?
We talked about this last week. Number one, the person that you date is a representation of you and can have an impact on your career. I like Travis. We've all been young. A lot of men that went through this. The game was one thing. Okay, if you feeling yourself after your game and you're flirting with someone, oh, okay, cool. But now, like, body language. Now standing up when he won a Heisman. I'll say this, fellas, you have to know who actually fucking wants you versus warning you for what you can do in the future.
But then also it's a thing called etiquette that you might not know. You might not know. Like, that's why Dion had, like, you might not know certain things in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we don't know certain things, we're criticized and judged. But ultimately, it's like we just didn't know what you were supposed to do. We haven't been in that situation, right? Like, we didn't know protocol. We didn't know what you had to do. We didn't know what you had to do. So,
okay, but then when he taking the photos, excuse me, that's God telling me chill with the fans. She's sitting there getting the attitude. And I done been here. We talked about it. I've been here before. Yo, I'm the star. If you here to support, be supportive. Yo, you want me to sit here all day? Yeah. Or you could have stayed home. That's making him look bad. Now he has to defend that. Like, I'm gonna be real. We've all been young. We've all made mistakes. Earlier this year, I told you, red flag tattoos. When I saw the arm sleeve, I said, ooh, you in for a hellish nightmare if you don't know. There's some little sign. Travis, when y'all link, this is just my thoughts. Rashad and Troy don't feel like this. This is just me. Okay. But there's certain signs, like if a person don't really fuck with you, you're going to read it in their body language. And I know sometimes I get criticized for some of these takes, but one of the main reasons if I meet somebody and I want to just do nothing with them, I want to see if they fuck with me for me. Like, it's embarrassing even for her to say, I wasn't really even attracted to him at first. Your homegirl called you and told you, bitch, he gonna be one of the ones.
Well, one thing I will say, and like I said, shout out to Travis. I hope that they work, through any issues. I'll say two things. One thing was concerning to me as far as when he said that she drunk herself to sleep, and that's
crazy.
But that lets me know that it's so much pressure. Like, that's a dangerous space to be in. That's a dangerous space to be in, right? For both people involved.
True.
For both people. For both people, that's dangerous when somebody starts to take that path. So I really, really, because I would hate to see his career get derailed by something. You know what I'm saying? But I understand how love works also, and it's the most powerful emotion. And I just feel like this is just a lesson for anybody. That's why you don't publicize things. Like, she should have never even had a platform to be public. You shouldn't even have known who this girl was. You should have knew who she was by Googling her, right? Like, you don't need to be a star. You don't need to be a star. You don't need, and this is going to sound like, oh, yo, you being chauvinistic. No, I'm not. It could be for the male the same way. There's only one star.
Yes.
Your priority, if you're trying to get any level of camera light or anything like that, you're jeopardizing the main star.
Relationship.
You're jeopardizing the main star, because by you making yourself public, you become a target for other people that want to target you now. You become a target for the media, for social media. This is a perfect example. This is why you don't show. There's no need to. There's no need to. Right? Like, there's literally no need to. There's a variety of different people that we've never seen their wife before. You ever see Charlamagne's wife?
No. Like, I shout to Ish, my God. Never seen his girl. That's my dog. Like I've seen maybe one picture of his kid, maybe one. Like certain shit's not for public fodder. And we've all, had ups and downs, and I've talked about some of mine, and I'm not trying to harp on him. But if you don't control these situations later, it's going to grow into something worse, which will affect you on the field and off the field. I'm always very mindful when somebody else does something. If they're in a camp, are you happy for their win, or are you just there until you see they fall off? Because a lot of times when people really don't fuck with you, they'll find a way to cause a destruction. And then abuse claims come up and all this other bullshit comes to like, gotta be my, and then you about to enter a league full of snipers. Fellas, you gotta know if the girl that you with is using you to get to the motherfucker that she really wants, or if she wants you. Y'all can play tough all y'all want to. No, that ain't me. I ain't never been through that. And then y'all hit me up in the middle. Yo, well, I feel bad. The girl went to our bossel. Yo, such and such got her hands on her. Okay.
Hands on
you was a groupie for that motherfucker in the NFL, and so was your girl. She didn't even know who he was. Now she know the old lineman for the Rams and his stats from Wichita. How the fuck she know that? Because of you. Okay. Get your shit popping. Y'all can talk all that shit you want to in the comments, and then then they run into a motherfucker. Oh, I'm such a the groupie come out of him.
No, that's and the thing about that also is that, man, it's a multi-layered conversation because it does. Your personal life affects your work life. It does.
Absolutely.
And I saw this happen. Like we used to have a thing. My man, shout out to George, used to be like, if a player was playing bad, you're like, oh, he must have got a girl pregnant. Because it was like you got so much stuff on your mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got so much stuff on your mind that playing basketball is the last thing you want to do or you're thinking about. So, and that's true with anything. That's true in business. That's true in making music. Like it's hard to separate personal life from work life. Absolutely. It bleeds over. So it does affect it starts to affect you. Like, you know what I mean? So man, you gotta be careful, bro. You just gotta really be careful because
y'all say, why do we have these conversations? The person that you choose to be with is the biggest decision that you will make if you're a man, especially if you're a high earner. Just even me personally, looking at what I made last year versus this year. Last year was good, this year better. Only one variable changed. Shout out to you and thank you for the chance to experience you and all the love that we share. But should take off different when you don't have that drama there, and then you got somebody present who really fuck with you, who really rock with you, and want to see you win and not envious of that. There's levels, like just how we talk about investing on Mondays and Thursday, and they're gonna take you through how Common rebranded and how he pivoted from that to what you don't hear in Common's life. There's a whole bunch of fucking turmoil with who he dated. A bunch of people I've seen fall off the last 6 years. The root of it was relationship.
That's a fact.
Also, got to be mindful.
Either
you want that? Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want that girl, or was that girl sent to you to cause your downfall? A lot of times, and that's one thing I learned too. Got to be careful who you make enemies with. Because sometimes them enemies are fine. The motherfucker, that dollar up and send to Miami, little recovery house 3 weeks, and send them your way and get all the information that they need out of you to destroy your life. I've seen it happen too many times. This the other part of the money that people don't talk about, but it's active warfare going on in real time. People getting blackmailed and shit happening all the time.
That's a fact.
Takashi just caught up in some shit 4 weeks ago and nobody talking about it yet. Drug and some. Be careful. Does she want you, or was she sent to you?
But then also it's a balance sheet. You gotta take every now and then. You gotta take inventory of your life. Yep. Assets over liabilities is not just a slogan. It's a reality, and you got to look at it. Sometimes you got to draw on a piece of paper and say, okay, this is causing me to become a liability. Like, I'm spending money, that's a liability. I'm spending time, that's a liability. It's emotionally draining. That's a liability. Like this is lowering.
Might not do anything for you, or he might not do anything for you.
This is lowering. This is not adding to my situation. This is lowering to my situation, right? Okay. So these are liabilities, right? Now liabilities can be offset by assets. So it's like, okay, this is an asset that this person is doing. So this person is pretty much managing my life, right? Like she's taking care of like it's like a Terry type situation, right? If I need call somebody, email, she's keeping my calendar. Okay, that's an asset. Person is cooking, cleaning, that's an asset. Person is letting me use their car, that's an asset. I'm living with this person, that's an asset. Now, if you have a lot of liabilities, you're paying rent, you're giving the person money, you're traveling with the person, these are all liabilities. And you look at your asset column, and
short.
Your asset is that we get to hang out. Well, that's not really an asset.
Yeah, ass is not an asset, by the way.
That's a fact. So then you start to look at like, shit, well, what am I really getting from this situation? And
is not an asset.
And if it's not peace of mind, when the shit gets bigger than the cat, you get rid of the cat.
Big facts. Take that motherfucker to Chinatown, fried up real quick. It's over with. I'm sorry. A lot of y'all go through a lot of the alimony situations y'all bring to us, the child support, you led with lust. And they knew it. And there's a lot of women out here who will prey on guys like that come from broken homes. They're looking for love because they didn't have it or they never had the attention. And they're going to use that shit in arbitrage for them to get rich. That's why you need to get the book You Deserve to Be Rich, so you can figure out how not to get finesse out your damn money and your liability and your assets, and they turn into liabilities. Most of them players who went broke that you see 30 under 30, badass fucking women around them. I won't say who, but old boy from Illinois, big bag in the NBA, and the chick that he had fucked his life up. Went through $90-something million. Buying her $200,000 worth of shit. She's not worth $200,000, $300,000 in her pocket.
And it's not. There's no recourse for it. There's no return policy
at all. Fellas, another sign. If your girl tell you, "Hey, can we go to such and such Bora Bora?" Because I always wanted to go. It is about her wanting to have an experience, not her wanting to have you. Cool. Pick a place that we want to go to. Because I can fly my motherfucking self anyway. Also. Okay, my shit be looking like Nat Geo on them 9 Mondays.
Daily expiration options. When you lose, you're gonna lose everything. It's no losing 20%, 50%. You're gonna lose zero. It's zero.
Everything.
Zero.
Yes.
You put 10,000 in, it's gonna be zero. It's not gonna be 2,000. It's going to be zero.
And ladies too, be mindful, because if you're doing incredibly well and you're dating a bum, he's going to find a way for there to always be drama in the household because you're doing better.
The women got to be just as mindful, because once again, it's the asset over liability situation. If you're a woman and you're the breadwinner and he's living with you and you're fucking cooking and
paying the majority of the bills and the mortgage, and
well, what is he providing for you?
Dick is not an asset. Sorry. Woo. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it that, like, there's a lot of people who prey off your weakness sexually to extract money out of you. There's a reason prostitution is the oldest business in the world. One of. Got to be very mindful. Have to be very mindful. I know y'all get tired of these conversations, but a lot of people lose half is the minimum in divorce. Even with a prenuptial agreement, if that prenuptial not tight and too much time has expired, prenuptial may not hold up.
And I guarantee, this is the thing too, I guarantee no matter how much you do, it's not going to be enough, and it's not going to be appreciated. There's a 100% chance that no matter what you do for a person, it's not going to be enough. There's a 100% chance. There's a 100% chance that no matter what you do for a person, it's not going to be good enough for that person's expectations after said time.
Yep.
And there's a 100% chance that there'll be a diminishing return on appreciation for things that you do. The more that you do, the less it'll be appreciated. That is a 100% fact.
Say that last line again. That's a bar.
The more you do, the less it'll be appreciated. If you give somebody 25,000, they're going to say, I really needed 50. That's what I really needed. That's what
I went to Mr. Beast analytics page, and based on what y'all getting on blackout, and you should give me them next 6 checks because you really undercut.
That's a fact. The same shit we see it in business, we see it in personal relationships, we see it. The more you do for a person, damn, you could have did more. You could have did more. You could have did more.
Our favorite exercise: open that door out of heaven, put some little wings on you. I want to see if you can fly. I'm so sorry. I took you for granted, and I didn't realize the king that you were, bitch. I had a castle before I met you. What you mean? Cool. Go see if somebody else will do it for you. But what do I know? These are just jokes written by 85 South. But please, my one thing that my dad tells me every time we talk: please protect yourself at all times.
Well, that's why there's really no benefit in doing anything. For that's the hard.
Oh.
There's no benefit because it's like, okay, what's the benefit? There is none. There is none. There's no benefit in actually doing anything.
Can we end the truck economy? Like low key, all this shit is
it's a waste. It's a waste.
For what? Y'all got mad when I said I'll buy my parents something before I would a girl. The fuck are y'all talking about? The fuck are y'all talking about? What? I can't believe you will say. And for those 8 of you who only be in my comments on these sections, show me what somebody bought you the last 4 years. I never liked you, never fucked you. Why are you commenting on my shit? Go buy your parents something. What? I can't believe you. The woman should come before you. Are you out your fucking mind? What? Nah. There's some tricks on Instagram. I ain't one of them. What? The parents that birthed me? What? I ain't motherfucking Superman. I know my real parents. You crazy. And if you want more out of me than I would give my parents, you don't mean me well anyway. You here for a short-term option. Your best better be trying to get close to my motherfucking mama so she can hit me. Hey, go get teamwork play. But y'all want to be stupid and look out for self first. Okay, what do I know? And Zach, if you're in the comments, I had a relationship issues. I still ain't seen you post no work, not one time. Not one time, my boy. You know what I mean? So, what do I know? Shit crazy. Y'all run up a bag in your business, investments, 20 years of going to school, and fuck it off with a girl who lady of the night, Puta de Air vibes. That's crazy to me. But what do I know? But shout out to the women who can get it done. Next year, I'm gonna teach y'all how to catch a simp. For real. But if they got the long arm sleeve tattoo, hell on earth. They got the little dream catcher down their thigh and on their lower back. Ooh, baby. Hell on earth. The little tattoo on the thigh, the back of tattoo on the neck. Oh, you're gonna have you know what I mean?
It's gonna be a tough one.
Gonna be a tough one. That's play material. That ain't the you press play on that, but you don't keep it. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Braun. Is he going to go? He stepped away for a couple days, and then the internet was going crazy, and he came back. But yeah, there's speculation that he's going to get traded. Golden State, Draymond Green trade.
Can the Lakers afford to? Do you think they're in shambles now? Can they afford to trade LeBron?
No.
And don't LeBron have a no trade clause in this shit anyway?
Oh, he got to agree to it. That's why I said Golden State, because they said that's a place that he would potentially maybe want to go to play with Steph Curry. But I mean, they talk about like packaging 5 players, but it's like
you can. If Bronny brought in 25 or 30 million off jersey sales for the Lakers, I don't even want to know what Bron bring in. Boss family, I love you dearly, Jeannie. I heard you're an amazing person. That's a once in a lifetime talent and asset. The NBA can't afford him to move.
The NBA can't afford him to leave, and that's the thing too. We talking about viewership. Viewership at the NBA has been down, and we talked about this before. As far as we talked about overseas. Remember we were saying like, they're gonna have to try to do overseas, and then lo and behold, last week I saw an article saying that Adam Silver was entertaining having a Euro league, like a league in Europe, which I thought was a good idea all along because they're taking over the NBA anyway that's part of the viewership problem is that, it's hard to relate to players that you can't even pronounce their last name. And those are all the best players in the league now. The American-born stars is getting fewer and fewer. And it's an interesting situation because we also got to talk about Soto, who got $760 million.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you 760 on the wake up and then you get box seats, and then you get security for your family. So the whole package is probably like worth $800 million.
Easily. And
who's watching baseball? Their viewership is lower than basketball. They have the worst viewership out of any major sports league. So it's an interesting because these ratings just keep going down and down. I don't think for football, but basketball, baseball, the ratings keep going down.
All the other leagues are doing well,
and players' income keeps going up
dramatically. If you can sit down with Adam Silver, what would you tell him to do to fix the ratings? Because the game is almost disgusting to watch outside of 8 or 12 teams.
I would definitely say the Euro thing is a good idea. So now you can have a real American league and a European league, and then have a national championship, a global championship between the American champion, and that's a good idea. I would have a shorter schedule. I feel like this too long. 82 games.
82 games is too much.
That's why they did the in-season tournament, because they realized that people were not watching regular season games from.
It was a good idea, but
September, like October, like November to like All-Star break. The people started watching after All-Star break because that's when it actually meant something. So it's a good idea in theory. I don't know how well that's actually worked out so far, but they're putting a lot of resources into it. But they're in a tough spot. I think what's even more interesting is college becoming the new pros. We talked about last week as far as the private equity guys investing in college, but now we see people like Bill Belichick becoming a college coach, $10 million a year. And we see, NIL deals. The guy from BYU, top recruit, got $7 million NIL deal to go to BYU. So it says $7 million. He's making more than like 50 players in the NBA, maybe more, as a freshman in college.
Mormons got money like that? Well, yeah, they do. They do. Never mind.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney.
Romney, yep.
So it's interesting because I think that, well, let's look at this Belichick situation. Belichick, to me, this is Stephen A. Smith said this is beneath him. I don't agree with that, because I feel like this is a situation that he can how he's talking about he wants to turn North Carolina into a feeding ground.
You're pretty much a farm for the NFL.
Right. And like how IMG is like a feeding ground for college, he wants to become. So he's talking about bringing in the top nutritionists. He's going to have a general manager. Like people like, yo, I can't see Belichick recruiting. He don't have to. You got NIL. You're going to have a general manager who his job is to fly around the country and because it's not about telling somebody, yo, you're going to get a good education now. It's about telling somebody this is how much money I can pay you.
Yeah.
And you're going to
and here's how much you can make after the fact once you leave for me.
Because you're going to be playing for the greatest coach of all time, and he's going to prepare you more than any other coach can ever prepare you. And what other coach in the history of football is better prepared to prepare somebody for the NFL than Bill Belichick?
Yeah, I agree. Who did Bill piss off? When I saw this, a good business lesson: go to where you can be a king. So he'll be there for eternity. I think he worked something in for his son to be there as well. I love. But I'm really surprised he didn't get a job in the NFL.
Well, I think the NFL looked at him like, he was always kind of a standoffish guy. His way or the highway. You gotta realize he's the guy that got Tom Brady out.
Yep.
He convinced Robert Kraft that Tom Brady needed to leave.
Oh, Rob made them calls. Okay, got you.
So they said Robert Kraft actually did speak to the owner of Atlanta,
Arthur Blank.
Arthur Blank. They said that allegedly Arthur called Robert Kraft and asked him about Belichick like a year ago, 2 years ago, and he told them like, "Nah,
no,
don't. It's not a good idea." So I feel, and he's 77 years old. So No, the NFL is not a lot of upside, right? I don't think the NFL doesn't look at him as like an upside. They look at him like, you got to deal with the bullshit. You got to deal with his attitude. He's almost 80 years old. Like, nah, we're not doing that.
And if him and that young guy's girl break up, he got a nicer place to recruit, ain't it? Bill, I know I've been tough on you. I'm proud of you for this move. You and Tomas been getting along better. Brady gonna come and throw a couple spirals to some guys out there and help out your efforts. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. Well played. Need to get equity though.
In North Carolina University?
If I'm going to turn y'all from what y'all are now and to a farm for the NFL, what is that going to do to college admissions? I remember freshman year when shout out to AJ Moye and shit, they went to the Final Four. And just what he told me what his jersey sales were that year, that made me look at college basketball dramatically different. If in 5 years they're a top 15 school, shout out to Indiana University, the coach of the year guy, he's going to turn that shit into a powerhouse. I need something. Give me a percentage of the popcorn. I need equity in something.
He's definitely going to turn this thing around. It's just a matter of how quick. And the thing too, how college is becoming like the pros is the transfer portal. So now it's like previously you had to wait 3 years to actually implement your system, let the other players play. Like that's Deion changed all of this, and transfer portal changed all of this, where you can turn the program around in 1 year. You could turn a program around in 1 year, 2 years. You at a whole different level, and that's exactly what Deion Sanders did. He turned the program around last year, even though they had a losing record. He turned the program around, and this year they one of the best teams in the country. And he brought the players with him, but he aggressively pushed players to leave. That's the first thing that Deion did. He aggressively pushed them to leave. Like I think like 50 players transferred as soon as he got there because he told them like, "Yo, this ain't the place for you. Leave."
Yeah.
Then he aggressively transferred other players in.
Yep. Import the work.
The two best players. He people don't look at it like that because they came with him, but those are transfer players. Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are they're transfer portal players.
Yes.
He took the two best players in the country. They're going to be number 1 and number 2 draft picks.
Yep.
And that quickly he changed. So I say that to say Bill Belichick, I don't think it's going to take a long time. They're already saying that the top quarterback of like next year's high school class is already talking to Belichick because he's like he's interested in hearing what he wants to say. So I think Belichick is going to turn his program around in 2 seasons.
And then on top of that, people have to remember he's a hell of a defensive mind. So all the added defensive players he's going to get, he's going to have that place rocking. Jersey sales going to be through the roof. It's interesting, but the business lesson in this, go to where you can be a king.
And what's more appealing though? College is becoming the new NFL because you got Deion Sanders, he's a personality. You got Belichick, he's a personality. Like so, it's getting to the point where the players are getting millions of dollars collected from the NIL deal. It's only going to keep growing. They're able to transfer at any given moment whenever they want. So, from a perspective of college, you can just curate your team how you want it. You can't do that in the NFL, right? Like you can't just. It's so many different variables. So college, you can get a bag together.
Yeah,
like they were saying that Saudi was trying to put the bag together. So it's like who's gonna have the first 100? I think Texas has the biggest NIL collective. See, the NIL collectives are interesting because this is a business conversation. When NIL started, it was name, image, and likeness, right? Mm-hmm. So it was supposed to be like, this is the first opportunity for players to actually get paid. And it's interesting because shout out to Booker from Arizona, and there's a bunch of people went to jail 18 months in the federal penitentiary for paying players. And 22 months later, it's legal. Same thing with marijuana. They always do this.
Always.
So it's like NIL was created for players to get endorsement deals, right? So it's like, okay, Red Panda wants to sponsor X, Y, and Z player. You can pay them $100,000, and now they can do social media commercials for Red Panda, right? But these guys get smart, and they figure out a way around it, where they can have the NIL collective, Well, NIL Collective is just a bunch of people. So let's just say me, you, Troy, whatever, right? We just come together and we just put $1 million into a pot and we pick a school, say St. John's University, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now we have a company and that's the collective. And now we're going to sponsor X, Y, and Z player. Not really. We're not endorsing. They don't have any endorsement deals or anything.
Yep.
But it's just outside money that's pulled together to give to. So now it's just a way to legally pay players. Has nothing to do with endorsement deals. Has nothing to do with anything
At all.
And that's when John Calipari came to Arkansas. They put together a $5 million collective because now you got a lot of rich people that are alumni of these different schools.
Yep.
That see their school. So Texas, I think that the NIL collective is 20 million. That's just the collective. Let alone how much the players are getting from if they can get an individual Nike deal. And now they start talking about the next level is revenue share from schools. That hasn't happened yet, but they said that's the next thing that's going to happen is revenue share from schools. So now you start to get a percentage of ticket sales and a percentage of the revenue that the TV deals that. So these players are going to be starting getting the same. They're going to make the same amount of money as pros.
I was going to ask you, how soon before somebody in college makes $20 million a year?
It's coming. It's coming. Like I said, if this kid can make $7 million a year from BYU, that's just the NIL collective.
Yeah.
Who knows how much he can get from if he gets beat by Dre or if he gets by Nike? He could easily get $10 million. He could easily be making $10 million, right? And this is now what it also does is allow schools to accelerate. So it's like a BYU is never going to be wasn't like a Duke or so, but now they can quickly accelerate that, put a bag of money, and then become the best team in the nation quickly.
How soon before you think Tech builds a collective? I can see Instagram or Meta sponsoring the school for 10 years.
For sure. Or like we said last week, when the dudes actually buy.
Yes.
It's 51% of the team. So it's not even about a sponsorship no more. Now we actually just own the team.
This is getting really interesting. And it's the last big major sports asset that has not been fully acquired.
Yeah. And it's for cheaper than you it's hard to become an NFL owner. It's hard to become an NBA owner, right? So, but you can get in this. There's a lower barrier entry and there's more teams. There's 300, 200 Division I teams.
Yeah.
So
the fan bases are way more loyal.
Yep.
Way more loyal. It's interesting.
I just wonder at what point do they just the school part? At what point does the school part just go away? Okay, we know that you go into BYU because he's getting paid already in high school. So you're going to BYU for $7 million, right? And we know that you're only staying for 6 months because you're leaving right after the season is over. So at what point do they just have different situations for athletes where you don't got to go to school? You can represent our school without being a student because this whole student athlete thing is stupid at this point.
Yeah. It's coming soon. And I can see a company getting some of the lifetime earnings when they go to a pro league. It's coming. It is coming. I can see 2K doing this for a school. It's a few. I won't name too many, but I definitely can see Meta for sure. And that's the demo too. Instagram sponsor school. Boy, Liddy. This is interesting. We got to put our bid in.
That's a fact. What would be really cool is if, some of the people come together and just pick a HBCU and just okay, Howard, we're going to give you $20 million for your NIL collective and y'all going to become the number one team in the country overnight because now you got $20 million to pay the top players.
I'm down. Let's put it together. That would be legendary. It's needed.
Right? I mean, what's stopping it? It's just a matter of just funneling the money. But if Howard right now gets $10 million or $20 million, I mean, players are going to go where they're going to get paid.
Absolutely.
It's not I'm going to go to Belichick has an advantage because he's a legend, but he still got to pay players. Deion still has to pay players. Don't get it twisted. They're not just going to play for Coach Prime just because he's Coach Prime. So if the number one basketball player in the country gets offered $8 million from Howard, he's going to Howard.
BlackRock could come right in and put $20 million at Duke. Immediately. Y'all thought they bought up crypto fast? Oh boy. Let the number one player in the nation go to Clark Atlanta. Man, BlackRock gonna come in and crush the fucking building. 33 million a year. Cool. Interesting war games being played.
Yeah. And that's how Travis Hunter, because he actually did that. So Travis was the number one player in the country, committed to Florida State. When Deion got the job, they flipped the script, and then he went to, so he's the only player in history, I believe, who was the number one recruit in the country to go to a HBCU.
Yeah. And if your girl got a money sign tattooed, it's not a sign that she really fuck with you.
Speaking of that, can we play this clip from Summer Walker and Sexy Red?
So let's take a listen and see if we can help.
Hey, Summer, it's just Angel calling in from Chicago. I need your advice. So basically, I've been with my boyfriend for like 9 years, and he's cheated on me like too many times, literally twice, in the apartment that we share and with my quote unquote best friend. And I guess I feel like I need to stay with him because I literally see this man as like my future husband, like the father of my kids. Okay, I already got the names in place. But it's like, I'm also afraid of like being single. I don't know. I need to hear from you because I know you can give it to me the way I need to hear it. And just let me know what you think.
She don't need to be asking us because that was the wrong answer. You talking about some twice. That ain't shit. Friend, no. That's not
Niggas be cheating like real.
No, you're right. No, you're dead
cheating
right.
real bad. She's had 9 years. He only cheated twice. Girl, take that man back. It's okay.
Oh.
Niggas gonna cheat. They gonna do that.
Okay. That's pretty enlightening conversation. Some things that I wasn't aware of. So do all men cheat? Is that something that a woman has to put up with?
Oh my God. Wait, what? Hold on. Sudafed.
Sudafed.
Do all men cheat? Well, women don't have to put up with anything. So if you're not being loved properly, you should walk away. Do most men cheat though? Is it dirty macking if I say yeah or what? What's the rule? I'll keep it on me. Have I cheated? Yes. Is it worth it? No. 2 out of 3,685 days? Not a bad ratio. But not bad ratio. But if once in a while you like you a cake and you bring some extra, you know what I mean, like ice cream with you, probably get the number down to 0. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to put more on the party platter.
Do all men cheat? No.
No.
All men don't cheat. Of course not. All men don't cheat. But do a lot of people cheat? Yeah. I mean, that's just a fact. That's a historical fact that dates back forever.
Who cheat more, women or men? Wake it up.
Men, because it's easier.
Yeah, not for most men. These dudes out here with dry dick, yo. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, no, I take that back. It's easier for women to cheat. It's easier for women to cheat. That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, I take that back.
Easy.
But I mean, it just goes down to so Summer Walker and Sexy Red, their perspective was that it's not worth leaving somebody over. If in 9 years they like, that's not a deal breaker.
Yeah. It depends. I mean, if you're being honest and let's say you are taking care of your man and he's being great and he's being faithful and he's not getting no loving actively or frequently, if he busts a move, you can kind of understand. Now, if you are doing everything and being supportive and loving and peaceful, and, you know, then he just on wild shit, like that's egregious. But 2 times out of 3,700 days.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It ain't too bad.
No, it's not. It's
too bad.
It's not bad. It's actually not bad at all because it's not like it's an ongoing situation. It's not something that when you start to have kids and there's different levels of cheating.
Yeah. Ladies, put in chat what's worse, the emotional cheat or the physical cheat. But if you are a snack, if you bring a snack with you, occasionally. Make life a hell of a lot easier. I swear to God. Yeah. You feel like the piece of shit cheating. And if she bring it to you and then you can send her by the way skedaddle, oh my God. So, what do I know? Shout out to Summer Walker and Sexy Red. I know they're not to speak for all black women. I get it, but
it's crazy because I just opened the shit and first thing it says Sacramento State is discussion. Sacramento State is trying to hire Mike Vick, and they have plans for they move into FBS football. They're building a new stadium and has over $50 million in NIL.
Jesus Christ. That's some real money being made. And it's no regulation there, right?
Nope, not really.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I was watching this thing on Ken Griffey the other day about of course how he built Seattle. Like if a player adds so much value to a team that you get another stadium built, shouldn't you get equity in some of that?
Yes.
So if Michael Vick comes there, blows them up, they have to get another, or they build another stadium now. How many points should be given off? And the crazy part, shout out to Ed O'Bannon. Ed O'Bannon's a cause for some of this. I haven't seen one agency pick him up to be a part of the NIL movement.
He started all this.
But he fought way back in the day. I haven't seen one person reach out to him and be like, hey, I'm gonna make you a part of the agency because you pioneers often get arrows. You have to be very careful. I don't even hear his name be mentioned as much as anymore.
That's a fact.
That's crazy.
How do you feel about this open AI whistleblower situation?
Choked up. A lot of times we have a lot of conversations around beef and what happens in rap, but we have to look at this whistleblower list. I don't think that, God rest his soul, 26 years old, and this is why I say telling the truth has cost. I don't want to cast any aspersions on OpenAI, but if you can put two and two together, you kind of see what happened here. This happened with Bowen as well. And if you can't put a face on the killer, going back to Luigi, I don't think that a killer is just casually sitting in a McDonald's or a Subway or Burger King or Chipotle after everyone in the country is looking for you. And a prime example are these kind of cases when whistleblowers end up in these situations. I will say, if you are a person who is whistleblowing or telling truths that the power structure doesn't want you to tell, be mindful what you eat, what you drink. That's a whole bunch of ways to cause heart attacks that I won't talk about. But you got to be mindful of the blowfish strategy and all this. Like, you have to be careful who you upset. And I know it gets looked at in our community. We talk about Dirk got charged for allegedly having another murder for hire situation, but the real murder for hire situations really happen in corporate, and they have been for a long time. So, God rest his soul. But if you're going to go against a power structure that has that much money, you have to know that your life is on the line. But what do you think?
It's interesting. If anybody doesn't know the story, it was a whistleblower of OpenAI that got found dead recently. Yeah, man. One of these things, right? Like, could definitely just be a coincidence.
I know on Black Eye, I'm like, yo, why don't you talk about crucifixion and Bilderberg and motherfucking no. Shout out to Youngberg, shout out to Bill Bellamy. I don't know nothing. When I say that I want to live shit, I mean that. I want to live. I'm not gonna die for entertainment.
That's
I'm cool.
Is Kim Kardashian the best that's ever done? That she just had her Skims launch last week in New York City. Had everybody there. All the women was there. I mean, she's got the partnership with the NBA. She's, just reinvented herself time and time again. Venture capital firm.
Be a lawyer one day.
And this all started, her first fame comes from, you know, a league sex tape with Ray J. And man, she took a rock and turned it into a mountain. So is she the best that's ever done it?
I think so. I've had this argument for a long period of time. With her mom in the back working her magic, which I think Chris, she doesn't get enough credit, but she's one of the greatest marketers of all time. Kim's business acumen, you can't deny. Now you can say she took some of that Kanye sauce and the colorways and threw it on Skims, which she did. Also in marriage, you got to decide who gets the IP. Very important of what you're saying, because if you say she helped me build this and create these ideas, she can take them shits. Now, of course, Kanye still has some equity from what I remember in Skims, but
I think it's like 5%.
Not enough. Not 20 minimum, but what do I know? But yeah, she's definitely one of the greatest entrepreneurs. And like, if you take the whether you like her or not out of it, the moves that she's made has been absolutely incredible. And to stay relevant this long and to become a billionaire off of the back of that show and the shit that she went through. And I know some of y'all in the comments gonna say that the tape was, I know. But yeah, I think she's one of the best to ever do it. To take a tragedy in your personal life and something that would kill most people's career and make a fortune off of it. And for everybody else who like, yo, anybody could have that shit you got on your iPhone, you ain't made 200,000 off of. It's not that easy. I promise you.
She's the best that ever did it for sure. And she's the only person that actually still looks good after the plastic surgery.
She got a lot of filler taken out. She got a lot taken out. After Kanye, she got everything taken out. I said, damn, okay.
But I'm just saying, like, as far as like, you know, the facelifts and all that, like,
oh yeah,
most of the people they start going off the deep end like Little Kim. But she's one of the few people that actually,
Little Kim.
No, for sure, but you know.
Yeah.
But she's one of the few people that's actually
preserved. Yeah.
She still looks good, but she still looks the same.
Yeah.
So I think that she's definitely the best that's ever done it. For sure.
And she the mother to a lot of them bad bitches on Instagram too.
Oh, she started all of this. She started everything. She's a pioneer.
For sure. Is she the cause for whore culture in America the last 15 years?
No. She's not the cause of it, but she pioneered this influencer. Her family pioneered influencers.
Absolutely.
Her family, like the term influencer came because of her family.
Yeah.
We talked about this on Earn Your Leisure, like Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner. Before there was a term influencer, like running up a bag crazy. Like they made the word influencers because of the Kardashians. You can hate the Kardashians all you want. Don't hate them. They played the game. They played the game. They played.
For everyone who says they have no talent, getting viewership consistently is a fucking talent. Go ask anybody at CBS, NBC, any major network. There's a premium for keeping viewership for an hour. Has the dollar. Go look at all the movies that flopped this year.
One of the greatest family dynasties of our generation. You look at Kylie Jenner is a billionaire from cosmetics. Kendall Jenner became a supermodel.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian
helped usher. Yep.
Kim Kardashian is one of the greatest business minds our country has ever seen.
One of the greatest what?
Business minds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the mother is one of the greatest matriarchs ever. Yes. She's the puppet master of this whole situation.
Big facts.
Kris Jenner doesn't get enough credit. Kris Jenner is the mastermind behind the whole situation. She's a genius. So yeah, their father was a high profile lawyer, but they took it, they 10x'd what their dad had did.
Yeah. Poor Rob. Shout to Rob. Heard he's a nice guy.
Junior?
Yeah.
Oh, he got caught up with
Rosa
Acosta back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember her?
She got caught up with who?
Rosa Acosta.
Really?
Remember that?
Oh, she would
with Taz, with the dude, right? The dude with
Yeah.
the girlfriends, the Power Ranger.
Power Ranger, yeah, shout out to my guy.
So yeah, but we gotta do a case study at some point in time. You know, we'd love to have them at InvestFest because a little choked up.
I am. Gonna be messy so bad. God won't let me get it out.
Because hate
Kim K on Blackout at InvestFest will be a vibe, though.
Hate it or love it, man. You don't become a billionaire by accident.
Did she get any money off Kanye in a divorce? The child support crazy.
Child support $200 a month. But they do got like 5 kids though. They got a lot of kids.
Yikes. $200 a month, and I can't see him when I want to. I would have been acting crazy too.
There you go. All right,
$200 a month. I'm choked up for Kanye. Oh Lord! Shout out to all the baby moms holding it down. Thank you to Xander's mom for being such an amazing, angelic mother. I appreciate you so much. Oh,
but you know what? Before we leave, I'll tell you one thing. You know, a lawyer told me this a long time ago. As far as if anybody that's going through that struggle as far as paying child support, especially at the beginning stage, I know it's kind of tough, but think about it from this perspective. He told me something. He said, "Look, talking about a girl, like it was a different situation, but it was just like, the most that the girl is going to get is money. That's all she's going to get is money. That's kind of hard to wrap your head around in that moment. But the older you realize, like, then that's true. Like, fuck it. It's just I just got to pay it. I got to pay. You know what I mean? But the emotional support, all of the attention, the how you could have elevated somebody's life, they actually lose. They pick money.
Missed out.
Actually, that's a mistake. The only thing that they're going to get is money. That's a blessing.
Very true. Now $200 a month, I feel different. but how much of a text me cost?
All right, man. We're gonna let Ian get some Robitussin. And he got shake back.
$200 a month, yo. And if she put that in some NVIDIA options, ooh boy.
$200 a month ain't bad. Paul McCartney was paying $50K a day.
For who?
His baby mom, his ex-wife. That's why Big Boy said he paying $50K a day. I know that eating good. Ask Paul McCartney. The lawyers couldn't stop it. Slaughter up his rockets, had to tie it to tie up his pockets, had to tie it to a rocket, send it into outer space. I know he wish he could because he paying $50K a day. That just eating good. $50K a day. That's one of the greatest verses in hip hop history.
That's
to me.
Crazy.
$50K a day. They did the math on it. It was a fact. Paul McCartney paid $50K a day, bro. That's like $19 million a year.
I ain't never been low that much to pay 50 grand a year, yo. I mean 50 grand a day. What?
50K a day on the wake up. Imagine on the wake up, every day on the wake up.
Fellas, if you got a bag or you about to come into a bag, you need to look at what states that got a cap. Texas is one of them. When you gonna move? I may not have no more kids, but just in case, I'm gonna do like Jalen. I'm gonna have that motherfucker here. Okay, right in medical center. Galleria.
Daily deposits. Daily deposits.
50K.
Daily
still get so crazy too. Oh no.
Daily deposits, man.
Oh, no. I'm cool.
Yeah, nah, it's a hell of a life. It's a hell of a life. Yeah. You get a package. I got $48 million she won for efforts, including $33 million lump sum. The rest in property. She got $70,000 a year in child support, 4 years. A whole they worked out a whole package.
That's crazy.
Package deal settlement.
Damn. So if I brought Brittany, shout out to my baby first. But if I brought Brittany Renner to InvestFest behind it, you ain't gonna say nothing to me? Bro, what you doing?
Well, I meant to send you the video. I saw her on the gram. She's all the way in with the hijab daily. Not just, it wasn't a one-time thing. It's every day.
Friend of the show. I know a finesse when I see one. Shot you. See?
The Richie Gere play.
Now I'm cool. I am cool. Whoo, boy. Because when the other side of her jump out of her job, boy, Mia Khalifa, part 2. Ooh, Lord. What the fuck? Come on.
Oh, man.
You just don't even care no more. I ain't even gonna lie. Did you see that one girl who slept with 100 dudes in a day?
No, that's crazy. She got like sick or some shit. Like something happened to her. But
I bet.
Now they trying the chick now is trying to do 1,000. You see that?
Whoever her father is, you failed her.
No, that's different.
Boy.
That's different. That don't even sad, man. That's actually pretty sad.
Now, who was 100 dude that was like, yeah, let me go ahead and try one time for the
Brian Pumper. B Pumper.
There's some wild shit going on there. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah, that's crazy. 100
in a day. And then she'll turn around like, will you be on a date with her? And then she'll be like, don't ask about my body count. You gotta lay down law from day one, yo. That is crazy. But what do I know? Can we get a master finesser to come on in 2025 and teach ladies how to catch a simp? We do something.
Male or female?
A woman.
Yeah, gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do
it. Well, we know a couple that's some real good scouts and got around at the right time.
It ain't really that hard, honestly. Send them a DM.
Hey, gotta be careful.
They
all of y'all who be like, yo, we messy and all the other shit. These are real life topics that are affecting people. So, what do I know?
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Pray for Travis.
Travis, if you ever see them out, these are just my thoughts, not them. So, shout to you on Assets of Liabilities hoodie. These are my thoughts only. Don't let my commentary affect your relationship with them. Take one for the team.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Appreciate you. Damn.
And not their situation. But I'm going to say this. If you going to act like you the baddest bitch on earth, at least be a bad bitch. It's true.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
You're right. I'm going to shut up.
Everybody loves somebody. There's a person for every, there's somebody for somebody. You know, the whole.
Yes, I do. You're right. Who am I to judge? I miss the days when it was like a leaderboard.
A leaderboard.
And they knew what, like if you was the number one draft, you knew you was the number one draft pick. So everybody not
talking it, but ain't living it.
Shit crazy, yo.
Rest in peace to B.I.G., man.
Big facts.
All right. Okay. think we covered a lot, man. Yeah, man. Get some rest, man.
God, thank you for looking out for me, for preventing me from saying what I wanted to say.
Please.
Shout out to all of y'all who be trying to spin a block this holiday season. No, I'm good. Go text my baby so she can motherfucking scratch your eyes out, motherfucker. No. If you fell out of heaven, there's no re-entry.
That's
sorry. You're such a narcissist. Okay. Net worth is. I hear you. Christmas looking different, ain't it? And money and gifts is not everything. But you remember what I used to do to you. Let me after Christmas. Ooh. Motherfucking fall off. I know, baby. It's cool.
Fall off. Shout out to Cold World.
For real. Shout out to Cole. Hey. Get your tickets. It's Cold War. Get your tickets to You Deserve to Be Rich book tour.
Appreciate that. Yes, go to
Yes.
youdeservetoberich.com.
Yep.
Pre-order. Get your pre-order 24 hours left to get the pre-order for the book. That then comes with Troy's AI option class and how to read charts all bundled together. So
yeah,
one gets you two. And get your tickets to the book tour. We're going on tour, 5 cities in 5 days. Houston, DC, Atlanta, Brooklyn, and New Orleans.
Yeah.
We will settle this food debate once and for all. We will be doing food testings in every city that we go to.
Brittany Renner, I need you to come on the show so we can teach them how to catch a simp. There's a couple more friends of the show I won't name because I respect and love y'all. But we got to put this bundle together. That's going to be the Black Friday special next to for the women.
Facts.
I'll catch you a $50 million simp. You know what I mean? Hey, and I want 15% finder's fee. And perpetuity. Yes.
That's a fact. This is for entertainment purposes only, ladies.
Only. Yes. I'm delirious off of NyQuil. I mean, under great relationships.
Yes. Going off that NyQuil.
Yeah, man. You know, it was AI. My account got hacked.
That's so bad. My account got hacked.
In a live stream. It wasn't me. It was a virus that hacked my body.
That's the new shit. I got hacked.
I bet.
I'm gonna start saying that. Oh yeah, I got hacked.
Real. What the fuck? Yo? Hey fellas, put in chat if your homeboy dating a lady of ill repute. Will you say anything? Or are you going
a streetwalker? A lady of the night.
It had to happen.
A lady of the night.
And lost the friendship. I'm like, wait, what? She hopped on 6 dicks and you mad at me? I told you. I'm trying to look out, be a good friend. They laughing at you. Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Cool.
Oh man.
She all over Michigan and fucking Illinois and what?
The Midwest.
Albuquerque.
The Midwest pirate. A pirate of the Midwest.
Boy.
Played Chicago, Ohio. She hit more Midwest cities than Cameron.
Big facts. I said, damn. This is how we fell out?
Milwaukee. Naptown.
Got you. Yeah. It's animals. And shout to Zaire. Hey, you going to every Coast game.
Flint, Michigan.
And Broad Ripple throwing that ass back, being wild.
Lexington, Kentucky.
For real. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Louisville, Kentucky.
Big facts.
Cincinnati. The list goes on.
What can you do?
Do?
If your girl's telling you she going Art Basel this week, Art Basel been over. Yo, y'all got some events? You late as hell, my boy. She probably rolling loud. Yo, chill out. Hey, you need to go Google Chat GPT. Yeah, my girl in the art, so I want to see if I can connect you with y'all. Art Basel closed, bro. Sorry. Cold world.
A different type of auction is taking place.
Ooh, big facts. Work hard.
No Picassos. No NFTs.
Lowest bidder.
No non-fungible tokens.
At all.
Very fungible, actually.
Foldable token.
They're very fungible tokens.
For real.
Multiple people can own assets at the same time.
And y'all dudes be doing all this extra shit for these girls and shit. That's not even your girl. It's different if it's the love of your life. Buying all these bags and shit. Motherfucker, take it right to that Burger King and Brickell. Get the job done. Take it right. I know these fries taste so good. I bet. No, okay. Yo, I see some treacherous shit in this world. I ain't.
Oh man.
What do I know?
Oh man. All right, guys. It's been real.
Yeah. We need to do a panel like 5 men, 5 women in person. Honest dialogue.
Get to the bottom of things.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, well, I'm gonna go take some NyQuil then.
Keep God first.
Yes, please do.
Don't play yourself. Love.